Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Asian Captive Conference 2020 theme as Agility in the COVID Climate, a special virtual edition due to this current pandemic. Thank you, Parima, for collaborating with Labuan IBFC Inc. and also including ACC 2020 as part of the Parima Digital Conference 2020 Resilience Week. Congratulations on a successful week-long virtual event which you have organized for CEOs from across the globe. We, of course, in Labuan FSC is very cognizant of the fact that we are now under this COVID-19 crisis period, and we have taken quite a lot of precautions, not just in terms of safety precautionary measures, but also for the market. We have provided regulatory reliefs aimed at alleviating the operational difficulties of the market. We will continue, of course, to support the market players during these difficult and challenging times, and as we navigate through all these new norms together. We will definitely always be engaging with our players on this. But let me now give you just a bit of snapshot of how Labuan IBFC has fared in 2020. Let me just give you some industry performance figures for the first half of 2020. Notwithstanding the challenges and all the movement restrictions that came about because of this COVID-19 outbreak, we are glad to continue to have growth in Labuan IBFC. In fact, we have a 54.5% increase in licenses that are approved in the first half of 2020. Labuan IBFC insurance industry itself has 11 new insurance and reinsurance intermediary license that were approved in this first half of 2020. But the significant part is that out of these 11 new licenses, 7 are captives. Captive insurance is certainly growing in size as it now contribute about 31.4% of total gross premiums underwritten in Labuan IBFC, amounting to about US $267.9 million. Notably, about 73% of the total captive premiums are originating from international markets. And that really alludes to the fact that Labuan is recognized as a regional wholesale risk intermediating center. In fact, for the first half of 2020, 65% of the total gross premiums of the reinsurance industry in Labuan originates from international markets. We expect this percentage to increase as we develop even further Labuan as a center of risk management and reinsurance for the Asian marketplace, particularly through its innovative product and services. When I talk about products, for instance, Labuan IBFC is the only jurisdiction in Asia that offers protected cell companies. In fact, in the last 6 months, we have seen a growth in the number of PCC being established in Labuan, and this trend is expected to increase as the continuing hardening insurance market is making PCC a very cost-efficient vehicle for self-insurance. Other than insurance, other sectors such as banking, digital financial services, the wealth management space, we are also recording growth, and this shows that Labuan is a holistic wholesale intermediation center. As a mid-shore jurisdiction, we take the approach of proportionality in our regulation and market engagements. We believe that this philosophy is appropriate, particularly during these times of change and uncertainty, and will serve us well moving forward. Labuan IBFC, as you all know, is a whitelisted jurisdiction by the EU and deemed largely compliant by the OECD. With this assessment, coupled with our continued commitment to adhere to the highest regulatory and supervisory standards, we are confident that the global financial services industry will continue to regard Labuan IBFC as a safe and well-regulated jurisdiction during these unprecedented times. Having said that, we remain cautious on the outcomes in the second half of the year, but we are optimistic that we will pull through this COVID-19 roller coaster year on a positive note. My team and I will continue to scan the business environment and are proactively anticipative and agile in looking at Asia's demand, including looking at our existing self-insurance space to make it more competitive through further innovations. We also need to ensure our Labuan community of license holders will continue to grow, and we will initiate and encourage more business crossings among these license holders in the center. This is a natural progression of a jurisdiction with more than 800 licensees, with the insurance market representing nearly 30% or with a number of 220 licensees. In fact, as we mature as a financial center, cross-pollination of businesses is part of a natural development cycle that will reinforce a more vibrant intra-Labuan business ecosystem for all our licensees to partake in. Labuan IBFC will spearhead some programs under this initiative. Please do watch this space with announcements from them. The year 2020 marks 30 years of innovation, intermediation, and inclusion for Labuan IBFC as a jurisdiction. The 30th year will be marked as the year where the maturity of Labuan IBFC as a financial and business jurisdiction was demonstrated by its growth being unabated, even in the face of unanticipated challenges and changes. My assurance to you and the greater marketplace is that Labuan IBFC will continue to provide a truly robust, proportionate, and well-regulated ecosystem. We will continue to be consultative in our approach, facilitative in our regulatory standards and supervision, while being mindful of the ever-changing needs of our players. So with that, thank you once again, Parima and Labuan IBFC Inc. for organizing this virtual event. My thanks also to Dr. Kalsak, Mr. Roy Sharma, and to our panelists for making ACC 2020 a success. We look forward to meeting you in person in Kuala Lumpur in 2021. Meanwhile, stay safe and be healthy. Thank you.